Essentially, a story about my uncle. Essentially, the game starts out as a narrator is telling his daughter about an adventure he went on at about her age. The gameplay itself starts out as you, the narrator, are going through your uncle's old house, finding a few old things of his, but eventually finding a weird suit. Of course, naturally, your character puts it on and then goes into the one area where your uncle doesn't like you going, and of course, as you do, get sucked up by a weird teleporter to some weird planet or some place that you don't know of. Obviously, this child is showing the pinnacle of children's intuition. After that, you kind of start out like a baby. You have to learn how to jump, how to super jump, how to super speed jump. And then slowly but surely, you gain more abilities, such as a grappling hook, a literal laser grappling hook. As you continue the game, you slowly but surely actually achieve the ability to use more grappling hooks at once. Now that you got down these basic abilities, you are now expected to essentially play a first person platformer and just follow the map. Oh wait, did I say map? I mean no. There's a very vague trail that you have to follow, and trust me, there are times it can get annoying. It doesn't matter anymore. We're already at a village full of weird blue people. The person we meet is Maddie. Of course, she already knows your uncle. They're best buds. They went out for a beer the other day. Don't worry about it. That actually no, they didn't go out for a beer. They went to get some juice cuz Maddie's obviously underage. And after that, of course, you have to go meet the town elders, who obviously tell Maddie you aren't allowed to leave the village. And shortly after him telling us those incredible details about how Maddie is too young to go strike out on her own, he immediately says, "Oh, yes, the way you need to go to find your uncle is to go through this cave, and you will eventually come across these species called the Strays." The Strays are literally the same people, they just left the cave. That's the only thing different about any of them. So, after the elder once again gives you some directions, and as you finally are going out, going to find your Uncle Fred, your boy, you you go a bit, and then you realize, oh wait, I'm running into Maddie again. But Maddie is not supposed to be here. And of course, like a true anime protagonist, like the true amazing anime hero that you are, you of course take Maddie and you are now going to find the strays, carrying this weird alien girl on your back. Along the way, besides some interesting parkour and platforming stuff that you do, you also run into a one-eyed monster that, if you move when its eye opens, will essentially kill you. Isn't that fun? Eventually, of course, though, you do in fact make it out of that cave. You do, in fact, survive the eye monster. And now you're in a place that's not a cave. You are in the outside on floating islands. And guess what you have to do now? Time to parkour on some freaking floating islands, boys. And after probably a bit of challenge, maybe a little bit of rage, you finally find the strays. It's pretty much like a copy and paste, slightly changed version of the original village. And of course, in true anime fashion, when you're about to head off once again, leaving these beautiful islands, you, of course, Maddie kind of says, "Nah, fam, I'm good. I'm gonna stay here with my boys, the Strays, because within the 3 minutes that I've been here, we became best buds. So yeah, you keep going, you look for your uncle, and I'll be chilling here with my boys." So after your heartfelt goodbye with bluegirl.jpg, you head off once again to find your uncle. After a little bit more sky area, you finally find yourself in ice caves. Yes, we went from caves to sky to ice caves. If you do not have Ice Ice Baby on repeat at this point in the game, then there is seriously something wrong. In the caves, to add a bit more challenge, you find out you can't actually grapple on everything like you could before. There are certain areas that you can grapple, but a majority of it, you just have to rely on your jumping ability. So, of course, after some free running, after some overall fun gameplay, and of course, after you summit 1G your monitor, you finally get the sense that you're getting close to finding your uncle. I will admit, this last stretch was stupidly difficult. It got really difficult. But finally, after what I would estimate, depending on how good you are, an hour and a half to 3 hours of gameplay, you finally find your uncle. With a voice like silk, your uncle explains, you went on this journey for nothing. He's never coming back because he would rather spend time with the Blue Man Group.jpg. He explains how he built another portal to get back to Earth. However, it only had one use. So he said, here, take this one use. Go back to your parents. Just remember, you have a better purpose. Have another adventure of your own back on Earth. And with that, you are sent back in a glorious white light. The game cuts. You think it might be over, but it's not. The narrator continues to talk, and it's the last bit where he says, we held a memorial for Uncle Fred. I knew where he was, but again, nobody else did, and nobody would probably believe me. The game ends with him going back into that room where he wasn't supposed to, and putting a postcard of him and his daughter out doing their own adventure. I'm going to be 100% honest right now. The original plan for this video is I was just going to edit it, get the last clip I needed, and throw it up online. Give it a thumbnail and call it good. But I realized that that'd be genuinely disingenuous of what this game is. This game, though I take the crap out of it in the video, it's an artistic masterpiece. The story is genuinely compelling, and honestly, even though the people and the creatures don't necessarily look the best, I can't help but feel like it's this artistic masterpiece that some people will just glance over. So I genuinely do think, hey, you should go get this game. I just happened to get it when it was free, but I genuinely think you might want to consider getting this game. If you like platformers, check it out. It's, again, I don't think I do it justice to say how much of an artistic masterpiece it is. So, in light of that, I will be, at some point in the very near future, streaming this game. In its whole completion, I will be streaming this game. Don't have a set time, but feel free to join the Discord. You'll hear about it for sure if you join there. For a small little indie game, this is actually unironically a great game. Check it out. I'll try and link the Steam page below. This has been Risen Chaos Gaming. Have a good day.